This is the tour of this Stalker Dual that I've got. I bought it for doing stationary testing on my Redline and my Valentine 1, but it also does moving and instant on, same lane, all of that. So I thought I'd just give a tour of the different things I've seen it do. So the basics of this unit are that it is a KA gun. So it carries a KA antenna over there. I can run K as well if I had a K antenna. This unit runs 34/7. I'll just give this thing a short blast. It's on. 34.73. That's it for that. So a basic tour of this thing. This is the on-off button. This is the target display. This would be the fastest display. And this is the patrol speed display. I've got a multi-function buttons to run along the bottom, which I thought were super confusing. So I went back on the internet. I bought this remote. And if you ever get one of these, this is definitely the way to go. It's a lot easier. All the buttons are dedicated, and so it works a lot better. So this is what I'm going to be using. Only got a front antenna because I'm using it for testing, so I don't really need a rear. The front antenna, if you had a rear, the rear would come up here, and you'd also need a longer cable to run a second antenna in the back. But like I said, I'm not doing that. Basically, it's in standby mode right now, which is indicated by transmit not being on. If I transmit, I get this XMIT display, and it gives me this target speed, which is apparently that building in front of us. It's got a lock release, which allows me to acquire speed and lock it and then release it. It's also got moving stationary. Moving, I would switch it over to moving mode, which would give me this little brackets over here. I'm not moving, I'm in stationary, so I'd put it in its standard configuration. I can also go in fastest, slowest. This enables me to radar a group of cars. The strongest speed would come over here, but then the fastest speed would come up here, and the patrol speed would be over here if I was in moving mode. Let's see, I can also go same opposite. That requires me to be in moving mode, and I can click same, and this is going to display the speed of cars around me. So I was reading the instructions on this thing. The instructions said that you needed to be slower than most of the traffic around you in same lane speed, which kind of explains why DPS tends to camp out in the right lane when they're doing same lane and running about 500 PSL. Obviously, same lane, you probably want a rear antenna, I would think. So that's the basic features of the unit. I got a sensitivity setting I can do. So this, I believe from the directions, if I remember, sensitivity 4 is the most sensitive, but you can go down to 1 for least and go up to different levels. 4 is good if you're out on the interstate. So that's about all of the functional aspects of it. So I'm going to take this thing for a spin, show stationary, stationary constant on, stationary instant on, and then moving constant on and moving instant on to show how this thing picks up speed.